in the country. Each match is over 20 minutes or 8 ends, depending on which comes first. The commentators are Doug Armstrong and Chris Bullen.
Now, the opening match features Murray Bryant from Waikato, and he's up against Ray Eccles from Tauranga, and between them they hold 5 national titles.
Very short.
Now Murray has called Ray through the jack too far, and he gave Murray the opportunity to state where he wanted it. Murray has called for it short. You can see the dots on the mat. The jack mustn't come any further up the mat than the 2 dots.
We certainly are seeing a masterful display by Ray Eccles.
Yes, this is the form that has got him 2 national singles titles in the past. Ray's a dairy farmer from Tauranga, 53 years of age. He started out as a Waikato representative for a number of years, then moved to Tauranga. When he went to Tauranga, he became their first gold star holder. That's for 5 centre titles. He's been a North Island representative and a national representative on a number of occasions. He's got Murray working very hard trying to get the shot. He's moved it out a little, given himself a chance, but I don't think Ray will leave it there. Another perfect bowl. Murray's having a look at the head. There's not a lot he can do about this. He'll be looking to move the jack out a little bit to give himself a chance with his last bowl. Well, he's opened it up a little. He can now trail the jack through to that waiting brown right at the back. That's the benefit of the back bowl.
However, he's got the pressure of being 3 down on the head.
Yes, Ray's not really giving him a look in. There he is. He's going to shut him out again. Murray will now have to change his hand and play it from the other side. Easier in some ways because he's got bowls to rest on.
Well played. And Murray Bryant gets his first point in the match. He now trails by 4 shots to 1.
And Murray's the holder of New Zealand fours and pairs titles, and also the New Zealand champion of champion singles from a different competition from the national tournament. He's also held the Welsh Trophy 5 times. That's the what you might call the interprovincial trophy, played for by the leading provinces every year. And the fact that he's held it 5 times means that he's been in the winning provincial team Waikato on 5 occasions. That's quite an honour.
That's a good opening bowl.
Yes, it may give him the confidence now. If he's leading off first, he gets the chance to put his first bowl straight on the jack. And when a bowl is right in front of the jack like that, it's very hard to see precisely where it is.
Nice to see the younger brigade here watching this special televised match.
Yes, I notice in our audience, Doug, we've got a couple of young boys there that I noticed playing in the fours at the National Championships in Auckland. They did very well with their father. There was a team of a father and 3 sons took part in the national fours this year and went quite some way in the fours.
Just looking at the styles, this is Ray Eccles using the black bowl. And you will notice, and Chris will explain, I'm sure, that no part of the body must touch the mat on delivery.
That's correct, Doug. In this sport, you must not come into contact with the mat before delivering the bowl. You can flop on the mat, as it were, after the bowl has left your hand, but it must be played from within the box and you must be off the mat at the time. Otherwise, the umpire will rush in and stop the bowl if he gets a chance.
Murray Bryant using the cushion.
Yes, when you've been kneeling up and down quite a few times, your knees get a bit tired. People say that it's not a physical sport, but anybody who has to get up and down like that 50 times in the course of a match soon knows that they've done it.
So Murray Bryant has the shot on the 6th end.
Ray is looking for a positional bowl this time so that he can do something with his last. He's got that. He'll be happy with that bowl.
So time and ends running out for Murray Bryant, Chris.
Yes, 8 ends is not very long in singles play. The clock may beat them. We're on a very tight time schedule for these matches, 20 minutes in the section rounds. And Murray is really stacking them in there in front. It won't count that last bowl, but it's 2 to Brown. Ray's having a look. I think he'll probably play his forehand, looking to touch the bowl out to the right of the jack, or to the left of the jack on the picture as it is at the moment. He's opted for the forehand. He's coming onto his own bowl, playing it through. I don't think he's done any harm. He was 2 down, and I don't think he'll be any more. Well, that closes up the scores a bit, Doug.
Yes, it does. We'll just wait for Marilyn Wheeler, the lollipop lady, to show... yes, it is 2. It is 4 shots to 3 now. And 6 ends have been played. So 2 ends remaining, and just a 1 difference.
Yes, Doug, it can be very vital in this game to be the first on the jack. This is why the players like to go first and put that first bowl right on the spot.
Well, on early times, it was Ray Eccles who seemed to have the game sewed up. He was out to a 4-0 lead, but now it's 4-3.
Fortunes can change very quickly. Perfect weight, just a little too much green. Players probably haven't got completely to grips with this floor. It's a surface they're not used to. You've got lino tiles, probably on top of concrete. Normally indoor bowls is played on tongue and groove flooring or particle board. So you've got quite a different type of floor, and they will probably find that it will affect the type of shots they can play in confidence.
Well, both players persisting with the forehand coming this way.
Yes, they played most of their bowls on the forehand. Yeah, Murray's got the shot back. The crowd appreciating that. This is going to be close. No, he's sliding past.
So Murray Bryant has the single at the moment to draw level.
Most important in indoor bowls not to be short. You not only don't get the result you require, but you also leave your bowl in the way. When you've got a very restricted width of an indoor bowling mat, 6 feet, you don't want one in the way.
Murray Bryant will be disappointed with that. He lost his bowl.
Yes, he's given Ray the chance. And Ray's taken advantage of it. That's 1 to black. Just a little long. Perfect green for it, but just a little bit too much weight.
Final bowl now from Ray Eccles, holding 1. And he just, I think, be quite happy with that one, although this is coming in pretty well. Oh, yes. He's done so well.
And that's going to make it very, very difficult.
I was going to say, it took a bit of courage to play that. He already had the single.
He could have given it away.
It's a 2 then, as we see our marker Marilyn Wheeler show on the lollipops. It's now 6 shots to 3.
We're coming into the last end, and that means Murray's going to need 3 to draw. He can force an extra end if he can get the 3 to draw, but it's not going to be easy against somebody of Ray Eccles' calibre. The mat in use is 22 feet long. It's the standard mat used in indoor bowls. It's roughly 1/5 of the length of an outdoor bowling rink, Doug.
Basically, I would imagine, Chris, that indoor bowls is a touch game, although there is in singles play a lot of forcing, isn't there?
Yes, indoor bowls could be in some ways likened to a combination of billiards and chess. You use the angles of billiards, moving the jack or the bowls around. You don't just hit them, you hit them to go in a precise direction for a precise distance. The chess comes in because you've always got to think a move or 2 ahead.
There's Murray Bryant, second bowl, holding shot. He needs 3 to tie. This is the last end. That's a good bowl.
I'll be pleased with that. It's nearly but not quite, but he's got second shot and he'll be happy to be in that position. It's Murray that's got to do all the work. He's got to get 3 shots to draw.
Well, as you say, it's like chess. He's got to think ahead, but I would imagine he'll play the forehand and try and push that black ball through.
Yes, or just sit in front of it. Either way, it'll depend on the weight he's looking for. He is looking to draw it, but I don't think he's going to do it. Well, commentators can always be wrong. Now, Ray has to be in there this time. He can't leave it. He's got to get in there with the bowl. Otherwise, Murray can shut him out. And that's the way he's done it. Now Murray is thinking, where can I get 3 shots from? He'll have to move the jack a certain amount. He's got the option of moving it virtually straight back or slightly to the left.
Yes, so we're looking to just pick up the jack.
Well, he's in the right
move it
area.
only 2 or 3 inches. Well, he wasn't happy with that. So the first round of the special televised match sees Ray Eccles go through 2 of the semi-finals. He shows a final score of 7 shots to 3.
Sunday, the return of the highly acclaimed Wild South. This week, we go to Breaksea Island to do battle with the rats.
The team sleeps, but under the cloak of darkness, the enemy gathers down at the beach. The rat busters are waging guerrilla warfare.
It's man against the rat, but it's a fight till the end.
The rats are making it a struggle for every inch of ground.
The battle for Breaksea on Wild South after Frontline, Sunday on 1. Warning, this Briscoe's commercial may change your plans this Sunday. We're having a one-day sale with up to 50% off everything in store. Sunbeam hairdryers half price, now $9.95. Black & Decker mini food processors half price. Royal Suite bath towels half price, now $7.50. Thousands of microwave cookware pieces all half price. And this special buy, Kenwood 1,000-watt vacuum cleaners only $195. With up to 50% off everything in store, you'd better go to Briscoe's this Sunday, because Briscoe's are New Zealand's lowest price discounter.
One classic style did come out of the 70s. The classic 1972 Porsche 911T. You can win it when you buy one of these 4-litre packs of Duckham's oils and discover the true meaning of 70s style.
Chariots of Fire, the #1 piano hit of all time. Now, for the first time, Dino Music presents the great piano hits of Hollywood. The themes from Out of Africa. The haunting, sensitive theme from The Rose. LA Law. Miami Vice. On Golden Pond. Top Gun. The great piano hits of Hollywood. Buy it now on LP, cassette and compact disc.
Just imagine what little George Eastman might have made with Lego toys.
Well, what have we here?
It's a picture box, Grandpa.
A picture box? Isn't that cute?
It can take little pictures.
Of course it can, George. And what does this little button do?
Lego toys, toys that build imagination.
So in our second match of section play leading up to the semi-finals, we find Ian Wheeler of Auckland up against Ron Ingalls of Golden Bay, Motueka.
Now Ian's delivered the jack too long this time. It's gone past the box, so Ron gets the chance to decide where he wants it. And he's called for it about a medium length. The bowl gets to about the 2/3 position, then begins its arc back. The players know from experience the way the bowls are designed, that if they aim roughly 9 inches in from the edge of the mat, the bowl should come all the way back to the centre point.
Sounds easy.
Ah, but the other person can do exactly the same thing, Doug.
And a good open bowl there from Ron Ingalls. Needs the score.
Yes, this game's getting away from him. Only 3 ends gone, but he hasn't got much to play with. Ian's just a trifle short. Well, he's adjusted his weight this time. He's round the back. In outdoor bowls, Doug, if a bowl did that, they would put a cross on it, a chalk it, so that if it was knocked off into the ditch, it would remain alive. But that doesn't apply in indoor bowls. You'd be chalking an awful lot of them.
Yeah.
The crowd like that. That's what Ian's noted for. They call him Mr. Consistent.
Just watching the style again, Chris, he's a tall man.
As you notice, once the bowler left his hand, he was allowed to let it rest on the mat then, but not before. Yeah, he was looking to move the jack, and he hasn't succeeded. It's not that big a target. Well, that's made it even tougher. Now Ian's got a back bowl. He only wants to just nudge the brown bowl to lay the black over, no more. Very precise weight. Well, it's hard to tell from here. We'll have to wait for Marilyn to indicate with the lollipops who's got the shot, unless the players beat us to it. Players are also a little undecided. This looks like our first measure of the tournament. Now, as in outdoor bowls, a pair of calipers is used for the measure. You'll notice Ron precisely moving the calipers up against the jack and the bowl. They normally start with the bowl because that is the heavier object and won't move. The jack would move very easily if it was touched with those calipers.
Looks fairly tight in there, Chris.
Yes, yes, he's sliding the calipers down the bowl rather than the jack. He doesn't want to move that jack or it's a penalty to the other person.
Now, he's pushed the black bowl away. It's a shot to Ron Ingalls, and after 3 ends, it's now 4 shots to 1.
Well, he's on the board. Marilyn Wheeler straightens the jack up. It must be centred on the mat, just like outdoor bowls. Doesn't stay there long, though.
In these early rounds, 20-minute games, or 8 ends. There are 4 of them gone now. And Ian Wheeler of Auckland leading Ron Ingalls of Golden Bay Motueka by 4 shots to 1. There's also a time limit on these matches. If they go 20 minutes, there's the bell, and they stop at the end of that particular head.
See, indoor bowls is always played to the bell. Mostly because in tournaments there are so many games to be got through, they can't afford any delays, they have to stick to a strict time schedule.
So Ian Wheeler, the brown bowl, holding shot, leading by 4 shots to 1.
A very deliberate delivery action that Ian has. You notice him testing the weight along the mat first and then letting it go.
The balance appears to be very important in keeping the head still, Chris.
Yes, yes, you've got to hold the body as still as you possibly can, Doug. The amount of weight variation is very precise. Just a fractional extra movement and the bowl will travel several extra feet.
There we see the little shovel action of Ron Ingalls.
Yes. There are very few bowlers at the top level use that delivery. They find it hard to control. It's worked well for Ron over 30 years, but there aren't very many around that can do it as well as he can. Well, Ian will be disappointed with that.
Final bowl from Ron Ingalls.
He can see a little of the jack. I would think he'll probably be looking to rest the brown bowl through.
There's a chance he could pick up the jack and take it to his own waiting bowls. But he's wide.
Yes, he's done nothing with that bowl. He'll be disappointed.
How far away is it from the brown bowl?
There you are. Saw or heard, I should say, Ian Wheeler asking the marker how far away it was from the brown bowl.
He's looking for the bonus shot. There's no more to be played after this one, so he's got a chance for another. Important to make use of those bonus bowls. And he has.
Oh, that's good bowling. That's great bowling from Ian Wheeler. It should be 2 shots, and he goes now to a lead of 6 shots to 1.
Always very tempting to just discard that last bowl and not really try, but Ian was trying with that one.
Five ends gone of 8. This is the 6th end. And Ian Wheeler of Auckland leads Ron Ingalls of Golden Bay Motueka by 6 shots to 1. This is Ian Wheeler.
Must be very hard for the marker, Marilyn Wheeler, her husband down there on the floor playing. The marker's required to be strictly impartial in indoor bowls. They can only answer questions of fact. They're not allowed to offer any opinions to the bowlers on how they should play their shots. They can tell them the situation and no more.
There we see Ron Ingalls back in the groove again. So far, it's all been this man, Ian Wheeler.
So I think black still holds the shot there. Just needed a fraction more weight to get the result he wanted. Ian's rested the black through. He'll be now holding 2 shots.
Oh, excellent.
Now there, I think we have the 2 bowls hard up against the jack. Ian's having a look to make sure. He's not going to find it easy to see daylight through either of those. With the position he's in, he'd probably be tempted to leave it like that and just put a bowl round the back. Or if he thinks that Ron has a chance of attacking the head, he may try for a block in front.
Well, if he's playing the board, he would not want to do anything foolish. And
Well,
I
there's
think
the
you're
block
probably
going
right.
in, Doug. There's the block going in. See how good he is. That's pretty precise. He assessed the head and felt that Ron had a chance of moving that brown bowl out of there, so he's put one in the way to make it more difficult for him. The bowl may not actually be in the way, but it's in your eye when you're letting the bowl go. And that can be important. Played to perfection.
That was a brilliant final bowl from Ron Ingalls. It's 2 to him. It's now 6 shots to 3.
That's the sort of shot that Ron is good at. It's not a shot you'll see Ian Wheeler playing so often, but it's one that Ron likes.
I think you mentioned in his bio, Chris, that he likes to move the bowls around if they're in trouble, and that's certainly what he did that time.
Yes, Ron has been around a long time. He knows precisely how much weight to apply to get a certain result. Now that time he threw the jack too far, and Ian got the chance to say where he wanted it, and they've made it short again.
6 ends have been played of this 8-end match, or 20 minutes, whichever comes first. And Ian Wheeler of Auckland leading Ron Ingalls of Golden Bay Motueka by 6 shots to 3. This is Ian Wheeler with a brown bowl.
And the shot.
Time.
Now the bell has gone, their time is up. So the umpire's called time. They have to complete this end, and that's the conclusion, so it may affect the strategy. Ron knows how many he is behind. He's got to play his shots accordingly.
So now we can say this is the final end of this match. And it's Ron Ingalls trailing by 3 shots to 6. So he needs a 3 for the draw to play an extra end.
Yes, he's got a possibility at the moment, depending on where Ian puts his bowl. I'm sure Ian will be looking around the back and seeing that's where Ron's bowls are. I better put something there. And that's what he's trying to do. He's a little wide. He's left it still open for Ron to get in there. He'll be looking to trail the jack back to his waiting black bowls. Well, the chance is still there. He hasn't achieved quite what he wanted, but he still has a chance. Ian was weighing up which hand to play.
Again, he'll be trying to match those 3 back bowls of Ron Ingalls.
Yes, it's not important who has the shot. It's covering those back ones that is the important thing for Ian. He's decided to attack them and see if he can knock them out of the way.
Got enough yet?
Now he may have done himself a lot of damage there. From here, it looks as if he could be a couple down. Ron's going up to check and make sure. But Ian certainly left Ron a chance now.
So, final bowl now from Ron Ingalls. Holding 2, I think. This could make it 3 and tie it up.
Just steadying himself first there. He's got to get that weight dead right.
Oh, he's tucked it in. Well, it's been plain sailing so far for Ian Wheeler, but now the pressure's on him.
Yes, there's not much room to spare there. He's got to eliminate at least one of those blacks from the count, or it's a draw. He'll be looking to rest on the bowl that's just out to the side there. He looks as if he might be a little heavy. No. He's done.
Oh, that was a great bowl. That was a great bowl. It's still be 1 to Ron Ingalls, but it would be Ian Wheeler from Auckland who wins the match by 6 shots to 4.
And our commentators there, Doug Armstrong and Chris Bullen, and more indoor bowls from the One World of Sport Invitation Tournament here on Sports Saturday next Saturday afternoon. We'll take a break now, then it's time for more live racing. The Byerley Station Indoor Bowls Tournament today. More first round action. The commentators are Chris Bullen and Doug Armstrong.
And a first round match now for 2 players, one from Auckland, one from North Shore. We've got Basil Rainsford. He'll be playing the brown bowl. He's from Auckland against Rod Fleming, who has the black bowl from North Shore.
Basil was named in the North Island team to play the South Island at Tauranga in August, just earlier today. His opponent, Rod Fleming, has been in the North and the South Island teams, but is having a rest this year.
Good opening bowl from Basil Rainsford, just about 4 or 5 inches behind the jack.
Just looking to sit on the brown bowl, and he's left it just a little short. He may have the shot there. The angles are very hard to tell. It won't be where he would have wanted the bowl. Very deliberate action Rod Fleming has.
Well, gets the promotion.
Yes, he may have moved it a little too far there, Doug. He wasn't looking to do that. He was looking to come round past his bowl and rest on the brown.
Shouldn't cause too many problems for Basil Rainsford. He can still play the forehand and just beat that front bowl.
He'll be looking to come into the gap between the 2 black bowls. He's playing this with weight.
Plays it well.
Use the weight to slide off the front black. Now it's Rod's turn to be in difficulties.
Could only be the one.
Yes, but he's got to be very careful if he moves that jack. Well, he'll be... I was going to say he'd be disappointed, but he's got a slide there, so... Basil will be looking for the gap again. Trying to shut Rod out. And he's done it.
Oh, good bowling. Well, there you see it from our overhead camera. 2 shots, would you say, Chris?
Yes, Doug, that's 2-2, Brown there. Rod will be getting up, looking for the gap between the black and the brown, perhaps to get off the black bowl.
Oh dear.
No, that didn't work out at all well.
Well, he's 3 down. 6 shots to 1.
Yes, he was
Yes,
narrow
where
on the
it
bowl.
is.
He was looking to come off the black bowl, it didn't work, and he's got into more trouble.
So after 4 ends now, Basil Rainsford of Auckland leading Rod Fleming of North Shore by 6 shots to 1. So a commanding lead to the man from Auckland, Basil Rainsford. He has the brown bowl. This is Rod Fleming. Half the ends gone, 4 gone out of 8.
Players.
I'm sorry, just going to say, Crystal, we could come into a time factor, of course. These are 20-minute matches, or 8 ends. There are 4 gone. But if the bell goes after 20 minutes, they'll just finish that end, and that'll be the end of the game.
Yes, Rod's very deliberate action may cost them a couple of seconds each end, and it may mean that the bell will go before they get their 8th end in.
So it's Basil Rainsford back in the driving seat. He has the shot. Leads by 6 shots to 1. A lot of work to do now by Rod Fleming from North Shore.
Rod may be finding that the floor surface here isn't suited to that type of play. He likes to play bowls that way, but it just may be that the lino tiles on top of the concrete may not be holding the bowl in a dead straight track for him. Well, Basil's not having any trouble. He can draw them. Rod will be looking at his back bowl there, way out to the side. We can't see it because our marker is standing in front of it, but it's out there to the side. He'll be looking to nudge the jack back in that direction. And that's what he's done.
Well played. As you were saying before, I think, Chris, there's a lot of billiards in this game, isn't there?
Yes, the players are always aware of the angles. You don't just hit the bowl, you hit it at a precise angle. Well, you try to.
So final bowl now from Basil Rainsford. He's 6-1 up in this, the 5th end. He's just 1 down. But it's vital now that Rod Fleming picks up the bonus bowl.
Yes, he needs this one to come within striking distance. There's little or no risk associated with it. He's only got to reach the head, and he's done just that.
Ah, that's good bowling. Certainly 2 shots to black. That's 2 to Rod Fleming. And as we see the lollipop marker, Marilyn Wheeler with 2 shots there to Rod Fleming, we find a score of 6 shots to 3, and 5 ends have been played. That's 5 ends of the 8.
Going first gave him the opportunity to dictate the length of end. Very important. He's played at full length.
Now, in outdoor bowls, Chris, you'd say that was not a good bowl because it provides a shoulder to the opposition. Is it the same in indoor?
Yes, it can be, Doug, just the same as an outdoor, but generally the players will opt for the precise draw. They're not looking to get the shoulder in indoor as much. They're looking for a very precise draw if they can.
There we see Rod Fleming, looking like a flashback from Shanana. And plays it well too.
Used his own bowl to come in for shot. Basil now has the chance to pick up the jack and trail it back to his waiting brown. And he's not far away.
Magnificent bowls on the backhand there just to pick up the jack, beat the shot bowl and carry it through for 2.
Rod's expression looked rather like, phew, do I have to match that?
We're playing the 6th end. He's 3 light on the board, 6-3.
He's got
Basil Rainsford's leading.
He's got to come up with something good this time. Test of character, this one. And he's killed it. That's 2 points away, and that's going to make it very tough to come back from.
Yes, it certainly does. It virtually getting to a point now of no return for the man from North Shore. He's now 8 shots to 3.
When we're only playing 8 ends, he doesn't have much time left now. He's got to catch up very quickly if he's going to make a fight of it.
In outdoor bowls, of course, as you know, that could have been a very good shot if you had back bowls, because the jack would have stayed alive. But here it's a penalty to you and an advantage of 2 to your opponent.
Yes, you should never think of indoor bowls as being a game of skittles. It may seem that way to people, but the object is not to knock the jack off the mat at all. It may be to move it around in a precise direction, but not to knock it off.
Now it's Basil Rainsford with a realignment of his green, with the jack well to the side of the mat. Read it pretty well, just a little short on weight.
Yes, and here's another of the differences from outdoor bowls. In outdoor, you would simply take more green and draw out on that hand. But here, of course, if they try to do that, they run off the mat. So they're limited now to one hand.
That's right, Chris. In outdoor, of course, you can use your next-door neighbour's green.
Oh, yes, as long as you don't go right through the middle of his cluster of bowls. But in indoor, that doesn't apply, and the players have to alter their strategy accordingly. They'll be a little annoyed about that black bowl. It's almost in the way of the perfect draw. Well, didn't bother Basil too much.
Still, though, 1 to Rod Fleming on North Shore. But he'll need more than that, playing the 7th end of 8. And he's 8-3 down.
He's played this one fairly well.
Played it very well.
The crowd appreciated that.
Remember, too, if the jack goes off the mat, it's 2 points or 2 shots to your opponent. It's very close.
We have the president and vice president of the New Zealand Indoor Bowling Federation here watching this special televised tournament tonight. Time has just been called, so this is going to be the last end.
No, he's holding 2. But only a chance of 3, which will not be enough. So the players play their final bowl. It is 2 shots to Rod Fleming and North Shore. And that is the end of the match, won by Basil Rainsford of Auckland by 8 shots to 5.
2 o'clock Sunday, the world's best athletes gather at the home of athletics. Countrywide Bank Grandstand covers the IAAF finals from Athens.
And it's going to be very tight, and Reynolds wins it.
Witness the men's 100 metres, the shattering form of Merlin Otti, and action from the men's javelin. We'll also have a look at the National Ice Skating Champs and the first round of playoffs from the AFL. Melbourne and champions Hawthorn battle for survival, while Collingwood meets the West Coast Eagles. Countrywide Bank Grandstand, 2 o'clock Sunday on One World of Sport.
Banks are renowned for making their customers feel small, minuscule, minute, microscopic. No one is exempt, even the great and powerful. This has led to the development of certain rituals. This man is practicing the internationally recognized sign for "Please can I have a loan?" leading to the bank manager's ritual reply, "No." But rumor has it that one bank is going to change this. Is it true? Find out on Sunday.
Get into the big league at Warnock's. New South Wales Rugby League jerseys and tees. Raiders, Broncos, Sea Eagles, Tigers. They're all there. Tees just $39.95. Jerseys $99.95. See your Warnock's team before time runs out.
For spring savings, shop at Shell. There's a premium oil and filter special, a treat for chocolate lovers, and a tasty deal on chips. Shell Spring Specials at selected Shell outlets.
You can be sure of Shell.
Do you remember as a young boy how you'd look to the clouds with joy when the sky seemed to thunder as the jets flew by? Where the sky is the limit, oh, I want to be in it. Do you think you've got enough? Have you got the right stuff? Where the sky is the limit, oh, I want to be in it. May the force be with you. May you touch the sky. Where the sky is the limit, oh, I want to be in it. Do you think you've got enough? Have you got the right stuff?
And a first round match now for two new players to see who'll go through to the semi-finals. And we bring our first lady into the match with Diane Hazelton of Auckland against Gary Lawson, formerly of Canterbury, now of Auckland.
She's going to have to work hard to come back from that in 8 ends. And very short, these games. You've only just got time to get warmed up and no more. Diane's making sure she's not short. When you're down, you've got to have your bowls up. So when you're down, you've got to be up's the expression in outdoor bowls as well as indoor. If your bowl finishes behind the jack, at least you've got a chance to do something with it later. If it's in front, it usually gets in the way. That's 2 to black. Got a better chance with this bowl. That hasn't changed anything. Still 1 to brown. Diane's got to be careful she doesn't leave a bowl out at all wide and give Gary the chance to rest on it. She really wants to come across in front, cover those blacks. Well, she was unlucky there.
Gary Lawson coming up to see if Diane's given the shot away.
She knew that if she left her brown bowls sitting side by side, Gary would simply attack them and take them off, and that would leave him 3 or 4 up. So she played it a little narrow and didn't get a happy result.
Well, you see the jack there nestled in against that black bowl.
Marilyn Wheeler having a look for the players. Gary's asked her who has the shot.
Well, there's our overhead camera shot, and What would you favour, the black?
I think so. It looks like a black from here, Doug.
Okay, final bowl now from Diane Hazelton.
Diane thinks it's a black because she's trying to do something about it. Well, she's moved her own bowl. She may now have the shot. No.
No, it's one to black. 7-0 is the score. 5 ends have been played. Gary Lawson of Auckland leading Diane Hazelton by 7 shots to 0. Again, that David Bryant type bowl that he uses so effectively in the outdoor game, just covering the jack.
Makes it very difficult for the other player. You can see immediately Diane has trouble getting that draw weight right. There's Diane in real trouble this time. Very precise bowling from Gary, and it's left Diane with very little chances. And now he puts a back bowl in.
Certainly making it very difficult for Diane Hazelton.
Yes, Gary's adapted to this mat very quickly, and he's right on the spot. No. The only good thing you can say about it is that it's a back bowl and gives her a chance, but she hasn't got much of a target.
Now, no doubt, we'll see Gary Lawson just matching those brown bowls at the back.
It's gone a little further than you would have liked.
Now, final pressure bowl coming on, Diane Hazelton. She's a couple light.
Well, she's going to get something.
Oh dear. Well, that was a shame because with the jack going off the mat, it's 2 shots. The opponent, Gary Lawson, now leads by 9 shots to 0. Gary Lawson of Auckland over Diane Hazelton, 9 shots to 0, and 6 ends have been played.
Yes, with only 4 bowls per end, she hasn't really got the chance now. The ends are running away from her. It's not that she's played badly, it's just that Gary has played so well that she hasn't had the opportunity.
Again, a good opening bowl by Gary Lawson.
He's responded well, but she hasn't taken it off him. And careful placing of the hand on the knee before he delivers the bowl.
Gary Lawson playing with confidence.
And again, there's little room for error for Diane here. She's got to be right on the spot. And that's made it worse, unfortunately.
Yes, Diane Hazelton has very little to work to on this particular end, and she's running out of time too. Remembering these matches are either 20 minutes or 8 ends. Nelson's great bowls by, but he's opened up the jack a wee bit.
Yes, she has a chance. She can come into there with a little weight. That's what she's looking to do.
That's what they call rubber the green.
Yes, often when things go wrong, they continue to go wrong, Doug. It was the right idea, just got the wrong result. Now the players are restricted in the side they can play. There's not a lot Diane can do about that. She'd be tempted to try and shift the jack, but I don't think she can get at it on the angle, so she's going to draw. The crowd are encouraging her. And she's done it.
Oh, well done. Diane.
Well, that was a fairly convincing win for Gary Lawson, with Diane Hazelton, in fact, conceding the last end, so Lawson goes to the semi-finals, and they're on Sports Saturday next week. That's today's show. Now it's time for rugby.
Against Aucklander Ian Wheeler, a good draw bowler who won the national singles title in 1988. Ray Eccles has made it to the semi-final by beating Waikato's Murray Bryant 7 shots to 3, while Ian Wheeler had a first-round win over Ron Ingalls, a bit closer that one, just the 2 shots in it, Wheeler winning 6 to 4. As we join the semi-final, they're on the 8th end. Wheeler, using the brown bowls, has a 6-5 lead and is about to play.
Very evenly matched pair. Both players, or all players, using the standard Henson Light indoor bowl.
Yes, it weighs roughly 2/3 of a kilo, Doug. Not a very heavy bowl.
But in contrast to the outdoor game, all one weight, one size.
Good half inch.
Yes, you can't have a heavy weight or a standard weight or a different size in indoor bowls. They're manufactured the same for everybody. And the mat they're using is 22 feet long, which is roughly 1/5 of the length of an outdoor bowling green.
Nicely picked up by Ian Wheeler with hole 3.
Touching that.
Yes.
Ray was trying just to run the black bowl across towards the jack, but his angle wasn't quite right. Now he's got 2 behind the head. And Ian's very aware of that.
Well, holding 3, Ian Wheeler. Final bowl.
He wants to cover those back bowls, and that's what he's done.
Well, it's gone to a very good home.
Ray does have the option here. If he plays with a little more weight than he would have liked to, he can move the jack right back into the corner.
Well, what he does, of course, is put the jack off the mat and immediately is awarded 2 points to his opponent, 2 shots to his opponent.
Well, he was 3 down, so it wasn't going to make any difference. In fact, he reduced the count.
So after 8 ends, it's Ian Wheeler of Auckland now leading Ray Eccles of Tauranga by 8 shots to 5. neither perfect action and nearly the perfect result.
Yes, a very careful player, Ian. He lines it up and tests the weight first, running the bowl back and forth across the box. But he's lost it this time. Ray Eccles is almost an instinct bowler. He's down on the mat, and away goes the bowl before he's even had time to think about it, you'd think.
Yes, if you could say compare him to the outdoor game, you'd say he's very much like the Willie Wood or the Ivan Kostinich of outdoor bowls. First look's the best look, and away they go.
Yes, it is almost a reflex action. Now he's looking to move the jack this time.
Yes.
So now it's Ray Eccles with the shot. The jack only about a foot from the edge of the mat. But plenty of room to draw. Oh, I must say, Chris, Ian Wheeler's got a very good touch tonight.
Yes, he's drawing very well. This won't be far away, though.
Oh, brilliant stuff. This is magnificent. What a great final goal from Ray Eccles to take the shot. Yes, Marilyn Wheeler with the lollipop says it is 1 to the black bowl, Ray Eccles.
Now Ray says, give me that jack. He's keen to put the jack where he wants it.
So it's Ray Eccles now with that one shot on the 9th end. Bring it back to 8-6 to Ian Wheeler of Auckland.
His chance to put pressure on Ian.
3/4 of the way through the match. Saying before, Chris, that any bowl in the box is a good bowl.
Yes, Doug, that's the position. In indoor bowls, the jack gets moved around a lot, and all the bowls up in that area in the box are likely to count at some stage. A bowl that's short gets in the way, more so in indoor bowls than an outdoor, where you can't go all over the place to get your green. You're limited by the size of that mat.
Ray Eccles is trailing by 2 after 9 ends, but he's a couple of shots up on this, the 10th.
The jack's a little over to one side now, so it's going to make it a little more difficult for them to find the green.
Oh, that's magnificent. The umpire has called a time. The game's gone very fast, but 30 minutes must be up. So this will be the final end. So a very important one. And he's killed it because he was 3 down. So he was happy to give away the 2, which, what, ties it up at 8 all.
It ties the scores and we get an extra end. The normal rules of indoor bowls have had to be modified slightly for this tournament because it's run so strictly to a time limit. But when there's a draw, as we have to find a winner, they have to play the extra end.
Say who goes first.
Okay. Well, it was killed, so the opponent has the privilege on the extra end to judge who goes first. It's Ian Wheeler of Auckland.
Yes, bowlers, particularly in indoor bowls, talk about the advantage of the last bowl. If you're down, you can try and do something. Ian won't be too worried about that. He's trying to get his first one right on the jack.
Well, unruffled by the pressure. Ian Wheeler, good opening bowl. So 8 all after the mandatory 30 minutes. This is the extra end to find a finalist.
The crowd like that one, but the overhead camera shows us, yes, it is a black.
So Ray Eccles of Tauranga, who was trading for most of the match, and then got up to tie at 8 all for an extra end, now holds that very important shot on the last. And Ian Wheeler getting the same view as we have from straight above the head. A little uncertain, Chris.
Yes, he's a little undecided here. He's conscious of the fact that he's knocked the jack off, and he doesn't want to do that again. He's probably going to try and nudge the black and push the kitty over towards his brown bowl at the back. Weight will be the main thing.
Well, same result. Still the one down. He's got 2 catches over there now. Ray Eccles having a look to see the shot he should play, whether he should try and match those 2 brown bowls of Ian Wheeler's. He's got the shot at the moment.
He's trying to outthink Ian to think what shot Ian will play next time. How can he best cover it? Ian will have several options. Well, that's going to make it harder for Ian to move the jack now. That black bowl will stop the jack from rolling over to the brown bowls. He'll have to think of something else.
So Ray Eccles, as you were, has the shot that he wants. He's holding shot. He may not have to play his last bowl. Let's see now what Ian Wheeler, who controlled the match in the early stages, only to see it drawn after the mandatory 30 minutes to force this extra end. There's got to be some movement.
He's not far away.
Oh, what a brilliant bowl. Without the luck, they shake hands, and Ray Eccles of Tauranga has beaten Ian Wheeler of Auckland by 9 shots to 8, and it's Ray Eccles who goes through to the final.
Beginning tonight at 8:30, the television event of a lifetime. A 13-part epic starring Robert Mitchum, Jane Seymour, Sir John Gielgud, Victoria Tennant. War and remembrance sweeps back the pages of history, bringing alive the turmoil and tragedy, the passion and fury, the glory and horror of a world at war. War and Remembrance, the television event of a lifetime, begins tonight at 8:30 on Television 1.
More evidence today that the ANZ Bank mean what they say. This never-before-seen footage shows a typical ANZ manager in preparation for another day at the office, practicing the new customer-friendly routine of bending over backwards to say yes.
Now you can have football for breakfast, lunch and dinner with a rugby league video.
It's great. Pizza Hut have really excelled themselves this time with the new Grand Pan Pizza. 10 great toppings for the price of 6. Mushrooms, pepperoni, ham, beef, cabanossi, capsicum. There's more. Pineapple, onion, shrimps and bacon. Have the new Grand Pan Pizza with 4 toppings free, delivered fast, delivered free. Great value, only from Pizza Hut. Your pizza will be delivered in approximately 30 minutes.
Get your teeth into the Winfield State of Origin story. 2 hours of the greatest games of rugby league from 1980 to 1985. And it's available now. Phone now for your copy.
The problem with most superannuation plans is they simply aren't flexible enough to adjust to your changing needs. But now there's a breakthrough. A breakthrough you must consider before deciding on a superannuation plan. Tower Personal Superannuation. Find out more. Call us free on 0800 800 888. Tower. Showing the way.
Maori power sites such as this once existed in numerous locations.
Our ancient sites and historic places are living reminders of who we are and where we come from. But unless we act now, all we'll have left to show our children are photographs on a wall. The Historic Places Trust, saving our past for our future.
On Sports Saturday, we're showing the semi-finals of the One World of Sport Indoor Bowls Invitation Tournament. We've just seen Ray Eccles win the first semi. Let's see who'll join him in next week's final. It's either Gary Lawson, who's the current indoor and outdoor national singles champion. He's 24, now living in Auckland, against Basil Rainsford, who has the New Zealand Champion of Champions singles title to his credit. Lawson made the final when Diane Hazelton conceded victory after 7 ends. Lawson was leading 9-1, while Basil Rainsford had won his first round match against Rod Fleming by 8 points to 5. Remember, this semi-final lasts for either half an hour or 11 ends. We join the match in the 8th end. Rainsford leads 6-2. He's using the brown bowls and is to play.
Time will probably come into play in this, I think, Doug. They're not going to get their 12 ends in. Indoor bowlers are used to playing in a hurry because all of their matches are to time, but at this level they want to be a little bit careful in what they're doing. They don't want to rush their shots.
And there we see that pressure again we were talking about before, Chris, with that first bowl to make it a good one. And that's what both players, when they've got the mat or first bowl, are doing.
Yes, they can use the weight that they use to deliver the jack, gives them a guide as to the weight they need for their first bowl, and that's the key to it. Now the jack's starting to get hidden from view. Gary won't want to leave it any later to get in there. Don't think he's got the weight. He's disappointed.
I think as a novice, I would have said, if you'd asked me earlier, Chris, who I thought would have won this game, and realising, of course, that Basil Rainsford is also a New Zealand player, as is Gary Lawson, that I would have picked Gary because of his very convincing victory in the opening round of 9-1. Played
Yes.
very well.
Yes, you certainly would have favoured Gary to win this encounter, but Basil has proved steadier. Gary's in real trouble here. If he can't score on this end, he can say goodbye to the game.
And he's still a couple down. Although this is the 8th end of 12, remember, as we told you before, there's a time limit imposed, a mandatory 30 minutes, and time is running out for Gary Lawson.
Basil was just checking to see what options Gary had open to him, and he's going to try and make it difficult for him. I think he's done just that.
Oh, he certainly is playing beautiful draw bowls, Basil Rainsford, causing all sorts of problems to Gary Lawson. He's got the jack covered, he's got the back bowl, and he's holding 4 shots. What more can you ask for?
Yes, Gary has 2 options. He can either drive at the head and try and cut the score down, or he can try and draw it. He's shaping up to draw.
Just expanding on that again, if he drove and put the jack off the mat, he's 4 down now. He would only go 2 down, but...
That's correct. It's a 2-point penalty for knocking the jack off in indoor bowls in the singles. He's played this well.
Oh, the crowd like it. Oh, he got a brush and a shot. What a magnificent bowl.
He didn't get the shot. He deserved it.
Well, he didn't get the shot. He did just brush the bowl just in front of the jack. He looked as though he was going to pick it up cleanly. He didn't do it. Basil Rainsford got the shot. It's 7 shots to 2, and 8 ends are gone.
Yes, the crowd certainly was with him on that occasion.
Well, it certainly did look like the perfect shot, but it wasn't to be. I think that time is going to be Gary Lawson's enemy today, not the number of ends.
Yes, he needs to score more than 1 now. He's got to get a 2 or a 3, and Basil's not going to let him have that. Now Basil's ready to change his hand. He sees the danger of the black bowls that Gary's just put in. He's going to try and cover them. The shot is still there for Gary. He can move the jack.
Yes, I'd imagine Basil would not be particularly happy with that shot. He's actually pushed the black ball through to make 2 catches now for Gary Lawson. So he's got to spring that jack. Well, he's got the shot. He's only got 1. He would have preferred a better result, but certainly, as Chris says, needs to score.
He didn't quite have the angle right as he approached the head with that bowl. But, Basil's trying to take it off him again.
He really is playing masterful bowls.
Yes, I think you'd have to name Basil as the winner on the bowls he's played. He's been much steadier than Gary. Gary's been trying to play catch-up bowls.
Basil Rainsford of Auckland beat Rod Fleming in his first round match by 8 shots to 6, and Gary Lawson beat Diane Hazelton by 9 shots to 1. Final bowl from Gary Lawson. He's got to move that jack back. Well, he gets the shot. He gets a single. It will be 7 shots to 3 now. 9 ends have been played, but he'll have 1 eye on the scoreboard and 1 ear for the whistle.
Yes, yes, they won't get their 12 ends in, I shouldn't think, Doug. He's 4 points behind, so he's still got to score a 2, really, to stay in with a chance. Very high standard of play we're seeing.
My word, I'll say. This is really the first opportunity that television viewers have seen extended coverage of indoor bowls. I can't remember any, Chris.
That's correct. There have been occasional items on the television on national championships, but they're usually fairly brief. Indoor bowls is not a high-profile sport at all.
Well, let's hope it becomes one because of this. 8 selected invited players into this tournament. Opening round matches to make semi-finals, to make finals, and the finalists, well, the winner will take away a 14-inch colour television set. Nothing he can do wrong, Basil Rainsford.
Time.
Well, there's the time now called. This is the final end. Curtains, I'm afraid, for Gary Lawson. 7-3 down on the board, 1 down on the head.
And
this
very
is
little chance of getting 4 no matter what he does. Especially not after that.
Oh no, Basil Rainsford put on a magnificent display of draw bowls. Gary Lawson has 3 short bowls now, with the jack moved off the centre spot. So there comes the handshake, and Basil Rainsford of Auckland beats Gary Lawson of Auckland now by 9 shots to 3. And goes through to the final.
Where he'll meet Ray Eccles, and that's next week on Sports Saturday. Still to come this afternoon, Nissan Rugby Special with highlights of Auckland's defence of the Ranfurly Shield. That's against North Auckland. Rainsford, a 31-year-old Aucklander and a Champion of Champions singles title holder. As we join the match, Ray Eccles leads 4-1 and is about to bowl. Commentators Doug Armstrong and Chris Bullen.
Ray Eccles of Tauranga beat Ian Wheeler of the Olympic Club in Auckland by 9 shots to 8 in the semi. And Basil Rainsford beat Gary Lawson convincingly by 9 shots to 3.
Yes, you wouldn't have expected Gary to go down by that amount. He played superb bowls, but was just outplayed.
We're in the 6th end of 12, and about a quarter of an hour has gone so far, so it's even Stevens end-wise and time-wise. Just repeating the fact that it's a 30-minute time limit game. When the call comes of time after 30 minutes, that end is completed, and that is the end of the match.
Basil's got the shot back with that one.
Certainly seeing quality bowls from quality players right throughout this special televised series. And I'd imagine if you wanted to count all the titles of the 8 members we've had playing, you need certainly a calculator, if not a computer, Chris.
Yes, indoor bowlers get ribbons and medals when they win their titles, Doug, and they would weigh quite a bit if you put them all together. Between them, I would say these 8 players have probably 60 or 70 major titles to their credit.
So you're seeing the cream of the country in indoor bowls. This is the grand final. Ray Eccles with the black bowl leading 4 shots to 1. We're playing the 6th end of 12. Well, that's the bowl, the brown bowl of Basil Rainsford. That's the worst bowl we've seen probably in the whole series so far. Too narrow, and lost it.
Yes, he knew when he let it go that it wasn't on the right track.
And Basil Rainsford says discretion's the better part of valour. I've got one. If I shift the jack, I could lose that. And throws away his last bowls. It's 4-2 now. Ray Eccles of Tauranga leading Basil Rainsford of Auckland by 4 shots to 2. And 6 ends have been played.
Basil very deliberate in his delivery. That's the results he gets. Ray's only on the mat for a fraction of the time. And he can do just as well.
Oh, brilliant stuff. 2 shots, Basil Rainsford. This certainly is the most popular game, one of the most popular games in the country. You can count 50,000 accredited players, but there must be tens of thousands of others who take part in this sport throughout the winter.
That's correct, Doug. The Accident Compensation Corporation estimates between 200 and 250,000 people play indoor bowls in New Zealand. Not all competitively and seriously, but they play it at home. I know of people with mats in their own homes and their garages. They play in their workplace and tea rooms and things like that. So a lot of people play bowls. A lot of families play bowls. Basil's in a bit of bother this time. It is open to a draw. I think he'll probably elect for the draw. Playing the backhand.
Ray Eccles holding 2 shots, leading by 4 shots to 2. The bonus bowl, as it's called. Looking to make it 3. Played it pretty well. Don't drag it too far.
He has.
Well, he certainly got the shot. He was looking to make it 3, certainly had 2. Out comes 1, and it looks as though it's 1 only to Ray Eccles of Tauranga. And that's exactly what it was, as shown by the lollipop of Marilyn Wheeler. 5 shots to 2, 7 ends have been played.
Basil's going to have to score, or he's going to see this match slip away from him.
Ray Eccles will be kicking himself. He moved that jack because he had a grand chance. It looked as though he was going to make it 3.
Yes, it would have been very hard for Basil to come back from that too.
Ah, that's the stuff that champions are made of.
That will force Ray to change his hand.
And I think the pattern will continue here. He'll be looking to just press the shot ball through again, as each player has done so far. This time he picks up the jack for 2. Oh, great stuff.
The crowd appreciated that one. I'm sure they want to see Basil do well and catch up. Well, Ray's picked one off, but he's still 1 down.
Brown off the kitty, please.
Oh, very close.
How far is the brown off the kitty? Very close is Marilyn Wheeler.
Looks like sheet of paper thickness.
Well, he's looking to play the same shot that Ray played last time. It's just pressing the bowl to the right of the jack there, or to the left as you see it, through.
In a sense, he nearly played Ray's shot. That's the type of result that Ray Eccles will be looking for, just to very gently nudge that brown bowl.
Oh, Oh, he nudged it,
too
but
gentle.
not far enough.
Basil knows he has to have another bowl up there or he'll leave it open for Ray, so he's got to keep trying.
He's got that grand chance again of just taking that little wing bowl of Ray Eccles, pushing it through. Could gain another one if he can do it.
He wouldn't mind stopping in the path there. Make it hard.
So it is single then to Basil Rainsford of Auckland over Ray Eccles of Tauranga. And there we see the score, with Ray Eccles now leading by 5 shots to 3. 8 ends of 12 have gone, and there's about 7 minutes left in the match.
Tonight at 8:30 on Television 1, the continuing story of an American Navy family torn apart by the ravaging winds of war and scattered to the far corners of the world. Their lives will be changed forever by the heartbreak of war.
It is the Führer's unshakable will to cleanse the continent of Jews.
Don't you think I want to get out?
War and Remembrance continues tonight at 8:30 on Television 1.
The Rugby League collection of videos. More excitement than you'd ever expect from a box of matches.
At Motown, all white lawn tractors are at new low prices. Whites with smooth Cruisematic drive, award-winning cutting and catching systems, improved tide turning, and a new 4-wheel steer model. Now all permanently reduced, some by $700. And Harry's back at Motown. His quiet running and superb cutting and catching of even wet grass have taken New Zealand by storm. The White and Harry range, all with Motown's double warranty from Motown dealers nationwide.
Quintet ESP is the most energy-efficient dishwasher ever made by Simpson. Its revolutionary energy-saving pump will quietly wash a full load in just 12 minutes, using up to 45% less water, and therefore, less energy. The Simpson Quintet ESP. Why waste energy buying any other dishwasher?
There's no better box of matches than the Winfield Rugby League State of Origin collection. See the sparks fly in the greatest rugby league games of the last decade. Phone now for your copy.
Mitsubishi Black Diamond video recorders are New Zealand's biggest selling range because no other video has more up-to-date features for the price.
Wish you had a Mitsubishi.
That's about 3 ends. I think we talk about, what, 2.5 minutes per end, do we, Chris?
That's correct. That's the time usually allowed for completing an end in singles. Not very long.
No, we've got 7 minutes left. Will virtually give us about 3 ends, so the game should finish on about the 11th end.
And we're seeing a very good final. His green was right, but just a fraction overweight.
Notice with Ray's bowl, he gives a little dump from time to time. Viewers may hear it.
Yes, he holds the bowl slightly from the side. His fingers are round to the side of the bowl. Basil is the more orthodox in the delivery. And they're all pretty close there.
Black, yeah.
Black, yes, says Marilyn Wheeler. It's the Ray Eccles bowl. This is his third.
He's going to hide the jack. No. He'll be disappointed.
Final bowl from Basil Rainsford. It's one down. Oh, he played it so well.
Just a shade heavy. Could so easily have been two up there.
Needed to be just a little wider there, just to push the black bowl through. They would have given him two. He's still one down.
And he could go two down here. No. Ray fails to put the bonus bowl on.
So it's now 6-3 to Ray Eccles of Tauranga over Basil Rainsford of Auckland. 6-3. 9 ends have been played.
Players will be conscious, particularly Basil, that time's ticking away. He knows he hasn't got long. He knows he's got to score.
And immediately the pressure goes back on Basil Rainsford. A good opening bowl from Ray Eccles. One would have to say, Chris, that Basil Rainsford has got to score this end.
Yes, well, this is the 10th end, Doug. If the time is going to be against them, he's got to get on the board this time, or he's going to have too much to do in the last end.
Could get this and one more. Just looking at the watch. The clock at the moment. About 3 minutes to go to the end of the game when time will be called. That end will be completed. That'll be the match.
The players don't know what the precise time is. It's one of the things in indoor bowls. There's no way to let them know unless they make a note on their own watch. All they know is when the bell goes. But they know that time is running out.
Groundsel hold.
Yep.
Certainly shot to the Aucklander now, Basil Rainsford, holding one.
Ray's not going to let him have it if he can help it.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, brilliant.
Well, Basil has a chance for two here with his last bowl. He knows how important it is.
He'll just be looking on the forehand to just slightly overdraw to pick up the jack. Through for two.
He's having a good look at it.
He certainly needs them. Has he played it? My word, he has. Well, he has from our angle. Yes, it is. It is two to Basil Rainsford.
And he knew that that clock was running out fast. He got the jack up very quickly, just in case.
So we're playing the 10th end. Time almost up. It is 6-4. 5. Ray Eccles of Tauranga leading Basil Rainsford by 6 shots to 5.
The players
His timing was perfect, Chris.
It was. He's timed it just dead right, Doug. But the players have to clear the bowls back behind the front line of the box before they can start the next end. So they have to do that very quickly.
Well, Basil Rainsford. Put the pressure back on Ray Eccles now. Very good opening bowl.
Short length.
If it's all tied up at the 6-all at the end of this end, there'll be an extra end, I would presume, Chris.
Yes, if the scores are level at the end, there's the bell.
Time.
If the scores are level, they will play an extra end.
So we're going to find a winner.
There has to be a winner.
In this special invitation televised tournament featuring 8 of the best players in the country. And how about that? How about that?
Well, Basil holds the win at the moment.
Yes, as they say in the outdoor game, and no doubt this game, he lies game at the moment. He still has the 2 shots he requires for the win.
Ray was unfortunate. He was in the right area with the right weight, but he didn't get the right result. Now Basil will look to cover those 2 black bowls.
Time doesn't matter now. It's been called, so players can take their time if they want. See the end finished. There's no pressure as far as that's concerned. This is the final end unless it's tied up, and then an extra end will be played. 3 shots at the moment. Here's the little press again, and gets it. Oh, that's tight.
Ray's very relieved to get that result.
Well, Basil Rainsford has the best view of it at the moment by looking straight down over it.
If he holds the shot, he won't want to disturb it.
I think the indication is that the brown bowl is the shot, but he's uncertain about his the shot he wants to play.
When they're as close as that, it's very hard in the light to be absolutely sure that you've got the shot.
And there it is there. No, I'm not going to pick it either.
He's not sure.
It's a real caliper job at the moment. Final bowl for Basil Rainsford.
He's trying to put something in the way. Yes, I think that shot shows, Doug, that the brown is the shot.
Well, looking at those 2 black bowls to the left of the jack, on the forehand, Ray Eccles can play to those. If he brings the jack through, it must be to his favour.
Yes, yes. He can play it on either hand, actually, Doug. He can play down onto the brown bowl, or he can lay the black over. I think he'll prefer the brown bowl.
This is it. This is the moment of truth. And there it is, with 3 shots on the final end. A win by 9 shots to 5 in the 11th end. Time limit has been called. Ray Eccles of Tauranga has beaten Basil Rainsford and wins the first prize of a 14-inch colour television set,
on which you'll be able to watch darts very shortly. And Nissan Rugby Special at 4 as well, with highlights of Auckland's 39th defence of the Ranfurly Shield. And the special announcement on Nissan Rugby Special as well. Now, I can't tell you about it, that our overseas rugby coverage this afternoon has come in a bit longer than anticipated, so we've moved it to next week, that item on the New Zealand Coaching Association. We're sorry about that. Now we look at indoor bowls, which is a social time out for most, for some much more serious. And recently, some of New Zealand's best competed in Hamilton for the Henselite Champion of Champions.
Lifespan, in association with One World of Sport, presents the Smoke-Free Sports Series.
In New Zealand this year, there are 36,500 registered players, as well as thousands of active social bowlers not on any official list. It's cheap to play, bowls are supplied, All that's needed is a pair of soft shoes. And it's certainly not necessarily an old...